All right, guys. We are live with another one, guys. Okay. We are live with another one. The mic is hot. You already know what this is, guys. Okay. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you already know. You might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Guys, we're gonna jump right into it, man. I mean, there's been a lot of complaining when it comes to fighter pay and this whole debacle. Okay, Mister, how you doing? OE is the OG. I cannot disagree with you. Okay, my guy, I can't disagree with you. I appreciate you. Okay, welcome back to your channel and welcome back to your chat, Mister. Christian, how you doing, Christian, man? How you doing this early morning, Christian? Okay, blessings to you, man. Okay. Welcome back to your channel and welcome back to your chat, man. How you doing? How's everybody doing this Friday morning? Okay, preparing ourselves for Saturday. Okay, a Mexico card that's basically trash. All right, very top heavy. Hopefully, Brandon Moreno could go out there and get the finish early. All right, so he can give us an early payout. Okay, that's exactly what we need right now. All right, but going back to the topic at hand, guys, the reality is right now that it doesn't really matter about all the complaining that's going on with the UFC and the UFC fighters. Okay. Right now, there's a little bit of jealousy, spewing and leaking around the UFC community when it comes to these mixed martial arts fighter pay. Fighter pay has always been an issue, guys. Okay. Since the beginning of time. All right. And unfortunately, it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. Mr. said, how could you say a card with is top heavy? I mean, you gotta say something, Mister. Mister, I'm just being honest, okay? All right, the car is trash as hell, okay? And I understand, I understand what you're saying, but come on, guys. All right, let's. The reality is, we got, Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera is a guy who, he's knocking on the door of, being on his way out. Hopefully not. Hopefully he can prove me right because I honestly think he's a tough son of a bitch. He's just an older guy, 33 years old. He's been in the game for a long time. Okay. And unfortunately, he has, a lot of mileage. And his opponent, David Martinez, is a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. So, look, I get it. I get it. Christian says, what is up, OE? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on, guys? Um, I like the word coconut. Awesome. Yes, I like it too. I don't mind this card. It's I. Well, I mean, I rated it a 4. Okay, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I rated this card a 4. 1 being trash, 10 being best. I rated it a 4. It's a 4 type of card, guys, and that's the reality. Okay, and that's the reality. That is the reality. But guys, going back to what I was talking about. Unfortunately, fighter pay has been an issue since the beginning of time. The fighters ain't gonna do nothing about it. The only thing they can do is complain, because unfortunately they're not smart enough to actually unionize. They had their opportunity, and unfortunately, nothing is gonna change for the foreseeable future. That's a fact. Okay. Uh, Erica says, "Ha ha." Christian says, "Man, I am hyped about. I am hyped up for Saturday night. I can guarantee you, OE, they are going to be cheering like crazy for their hometown Mexican heroes. I can guarantee you that, guys. Okay, there's a lot of Mexican fighters on this Mexican card. I mean, Brandon Moreno is just, one of the famous ones that are on this card, but we got a lot more guys. I mean, Edgar Chavez, I believe, he's Mexican as well. I mean, we got a lot. We got a lot around here, you know. So yeah, should be a good card. Should be an entertaining card, hopefully. But we shall see. I mean, I know the fans are gonna come out and they're gonna do a lot of hollering. Hell, there might be a few fights in the crowd. Okay, that's exactly what happened last time when they went to Mexico. All right, the fights in the crowd were actually more exciting than the fights that were happening in the octagon, guys. And that's facts. Okay, so that might just happen again. Hopefully, they get a good view of it because last time they got a good view of it, a good shot, and it was a good brawl. I'll tell you that much, guys. Okay, like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Please do me the favor, guys. But honestly, guys, going to the topic at hand, I don't know what the fighters are going to do. When it comes to, MMA, I honestly think they're going to continue getting paid 10 and 10, 12 and 12. And unfortunately, the UFC, they always want to lock you into a long-term contract. So they'll lock you into a 8 to, 12 fight contract. Easy. Because that guarantees, that you're not going to be costing them any money once you become popular. The whole situation at hand is trash, to be honest with you, if I had to be real honest. And honestly, all it takes is them coming together collectively. And they can't do that, unfortunately. And I have no idea why. I don't know why the fighters don't smarten up and to get together collectively instead of, doing all this complaining, talking about, oh, why are you paying, boxers $15 million when, we got, our top guys barely scratching the surface of $1 million. Look, if you're gonna complain, it is what it is. You got to put that complaining into action. All right, Mister says, how much do the lowest level NBA players make? Well, let's find that out. That's a good question. That's a good question. Let's find this out, okay? That is a really good question. Hold on a second. Let's find this out. What was the question? How much do the lowest level of NBA salary? Let's see this. All right. All right, here it is. For 2025 and 2026 NBA season, the lowest minimum salary for a player with 0 years of experience is approximately $1.27 million. Okay, the rookie minimum increased based on the years of service, with 10 years of veterans earning a minimum of 4 million. Two-way contract players are earning significantly less. But so, all right, obviously, look, 1.2 million is the rookie minimum. And guess what, guys? That's still more than any UFC fighter, basically. Basically, that knocks out basically 80% of the UFC fighters. Guaranteed, guys. Okay. So the lowest level, okay, the lowest level NBA player getting paid still gets paid more than 80% of the UFC mixed martial arts fighters. Imagine that, guys, and that's facts. Okay. Christian says, I am telling you, the crowd is going to be going absolutely insane. There is absolutely no doubt it is going to be one crazy hell of a night for those Mexicans, heroes and Mexican fans. Look, let me tell you something. That, like I said last time they went to Mexico, there was a few brawls out there, okay? So like I said, hopefully they get a good angle on those because I want to watch. I want to watch, okay? But that's atrocious, guys. That is atrocious, guys. The lowest level NBA rookie player, okay, gets paid more than 80% of the UFC fighters that are under contract. That's a sad reality. That should That should make, that should raise some eyebrows. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, these fighters are not smart enough to actually do something about it. They had their opportunity and they blew it. Unfortunately, they settled with their lawsuit that was going on with the UFC. And now, the UFC is going into boxing with a similar model, and they're trying to change things over there. So it's a sad reality, guys. It's a sad reality. I can't believe I can't believe UFC contracts are actually that bad. You know, what is? Hold on, let me see the lowest. Let me see lowest UFC fighter salary. Let me look that up. Let me see. Okay, lowest paid UFC fighters, typically newcomers or those on early contracts, earn around 10 to 30 to show. So basically 10 to 10. Wow. That's crazy, guys. Christian says beyond atrocious, and when I mean beyond atrocious, I mean it with all due respect. The NBA is blowing some atrocious shit out there. When it comes to the NBA, guys, I can't watch an NBA game without noticing that the game is fixed. And I'm being dead ass, guys. I watch an NBA game, and I cannot sit through an NBA game without telling myself, "Oh wow, the referees are starting to fix the game, guys." Okay, here it comes, guaranteed. So I can't even watch NBA anymore. And when it comes to the UFC, holy shit, 10 and 10. You, if you're getting, let me. How many years is that 10 and 10 contract though? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Because if you're stuck in a contract for whatever, let's say your first because remember the UFC, they're smart. They want they want to milk you like a cow. You know what I mean? They want to milk your ass like a cow until your fucking titties are basically scratching the concrete. Okay, all right, and you're barely making it through the surface. Look, that's facts. So I know for a fact if the UFC sign you for the first contract and you're getting 10 and 10, they're gonna try to lock you in for about an 8 fight to 10 fight contract, guaranteed, guys, guaranteed. Okay, so you got to think about this, guys. You got to think about this. 10 and 10, you better fight. You better try to fight 3 times a year to get rid of that contract quick, because you don't want to stay in that contract. Let's say you on a 10 fight contract, you don't want to stay on a 10 fight contract for long. 10 and 10, you're barely making it, guys. As a mixed martial arts fighter, you're gonna be barely making it. I'm telling you, your nutrition isn't gonna be that good at getting paid 10 and 10. That's facts. Um, Hopefully your training is still good, right? You got some people there you could trust, because let me tell you something, coaches are expensive, gyms are expensive, personal trainers are expensive, food is expensive, living expenses are expensive. Look, 10 and 10 ain't gonna get you anywhere. Okay. And I said this before on my past lives. You better hope. Okay, you better hope you don't come out of a fight with a bad injury. God forbid. Okay, God for fucking bid. All right, you get signed from the UFC. Let's pretend. All right, let's put a scenario out there. All right, you go on the Contender Series. The UFC notices you. You win a Contender Series fight. You get the contract. Okay. Now you're on a contract, a 10 fight contract. Okay, for 10 and 10, 10,000 to show, 10,000 to win, and then all of a sudden, guys. Okay, in your first UFC fight under the UFC banner, you tear your ACL. Can you imagine that, guys? What are you gonna do? You're broke. Your first fight, you tore your ACL. Hopefully, you won the fight, or you could get at least the 20 grand. But what's the 20 grand gonna go to? Your surgery. You got to pay your coaches and your gyms. You're gonna be broke for a while. And those scenarios happen every day, guys. Okay, and that's facts. Christian says, but what is even more atrocious than the NBA is former UFC light heavyweight fighter Anthony Smith coming out of retirement to fight in Gamebred. Look, guys, I actually, I kid you not, guys. I was gonna make a whole live about this, okay? But I respect Anthony Smith, and I actually like Anthony Smith. I like him as a mixed martial arts fighter, and I like him as a mixed martial arts analyst. I actually like him more as a mixed martial arts analyst. Analyst, if I had to be honest, excuse me. Now, when it comes to Anthony Smith, I think it's a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay. I mean, he was getting his teeth knocked out in regular mixed martial arts fights. Okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Glover fight, but he literally had to pick up his teeth mid fight and give it to the referee because his teeth was falling out of his fucking head. All right. And that's fucking facts. And for Anthony Smith to actually come out of retirement to go into a, a bare knuckle mixed martial arts fight, guys, I'm worried about him. I'm a little worried about him. And he can say whatever he wants to say. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put Anthony Smith right here. Hold on, because I kid you not, guys. The thing. I love Anthony Smith. I really do. I love the guy. Like I said, I love him as an analyst even more. But guys, the things that he says, it has me confused. You know what I mean? It got me really confused. And hold on a second, man. If I could find this, Anthony Smith. I have to show you guys this interview, guys. I mean, I have to show you guys. Damn it, I don't know if I. Oh man, I don't know if I have it though. Hold on a second, guys. Come on. Damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and look for this. You know what I mean? But there's a what what's Anthony Smith's YouTube channel? I forget. I hate. I'm not trying to bag on the guy. I'm dead serious. What is it? What is his YouTube channel, guy? Anybody out there knows his YouTube channel? Because it's on his YouTube channel, man. Because I follow him, but I just don't. I don't know his YouTube channel. What is it? You said it before, OE. When somebody mentions Anthony Smith coming out of retirement in one of your previous live streams, even said it myself. Absolutely atrocious and not a good idea for Lionheart. Look, Christian. I mean, yeah, we did mention it. We did mention it, but I really want to show. I really want to show you this interview. I really hold on. Let me see if I can find his YouTube channel here. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second, guys. I think. Hold on. Okay, here it is.
Welcome back.
All right, I got the interview, guys. I want to show you something right now because, guys, Anthony Smith mentions why he's coming back and the reasons why he feels like he's coming back. And I honestly think somebody needs to sit down with Anthony Smith and have a conversation with him because the things that he's saying is just I don't agree with. But let me find this. Hold on a second, guys.
Anthony Smith YouTube channel fighting in the heavyweight tournament, and probably expected to be, but there's definitely a reason. So I don't know, a handful of not a handful of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I was in Salt Lake City having some drinks. With, his partners were kind of behind the fight to fight your last contract. So you never really fight slick. I don't talk about my business. I don't talk about my contracts. I don't do any of it. Well, they weren't like negotiating. Loves everything you can buy. I love the contract. I whatever sign.
Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for this.
I don't need to fight. So I always said like I'm not gonna just do something just because I'm bored or whatever. I would do something if it was cool, and if it really.
All right, listen to this, guys.
Just nothing.
Gamebred. All right, Anthony. All right, Gamebred is a bare knuckle organization that is basically a bare knuckle fight, but it's mixed martial arts. You just imagine a UFC fight, but with no gloves. Okay, and it's just bare knuckle. It's basically a street fight. All right. And Anthony Smith mentions that this is, the reason why he's coming back is because he thinks this is cool. Listen to this.
Need to fight. So I always said like I'm not gonna just do something just because I'm bored or whatever. I would do something if it was cool and if it really got me fired up, you know.
I'm just being honest with you guys. Getting your head caved in and your teeth knocked out, that doesn't sound fun to me. Okay? That's that sounds like the opposite of a fun day, guys. Okay? A fun day for me is the sun hitting me in the back. All right? The wind of the ocean, water wind hitting me in my face as I glide my toes through the sand. Okay? That is a fun day for me. All right? Not not going to an event to get my head caved in, all right, causing more CTE and possibly more teeth falling out of my skull. Okay, that sounds like the opposite of fun, guys, and that's facts. And that's one thing I just wanted to show you guys, a quick little snippet of Anthony Smith's, YouTube channel and what he, why and what's the reasoning why he's coming out of retirement. The guy says the reason why he's coming out of retirement and fighting in a bare knuckle mixed martial arts fight is because he thinks it's fun. He thinks it's exciting. And I'm sorry, if you have that train of thought, you need to sit down with a psychiatrist. Your ass is getting knocked out in a regular UFC fight with gloves on. What do you think is going to happen when you go in a bare knuckle fight? Anthony Smith, look, I like you. I just hope you're not doing this for the money, because if you are, this is atrocious. The UFC needs to do better. Okay. Christian says, can't disagree with you. Somebody definitely needs to sit Anthony Smith the fuck down and explain to him not to even attempt coming out of retirement. American dead body. I, I hate to say that, guys. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I hate to say it, but that's facts. Anthony Smith should focus in on being an analyst. He's a terrific analyst. His ability to be on camera and actually talk about a fight is really really good. He has good on camera abilities. He really does. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know who the hell told him it was a good idea to come out of retirement for a bare knuckle fight. I don't know who the hell sat him down and said, "Hey, this is a great idea. Go out there and get more CTE, my son." And I understand if he needs the money. I understand. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do, right? So if ultimately that's what it is, that he needs the money, that's when it ultimately comes down with the topic at hand that was today is fighter pay is atrocious. Why are we having multiple fighters coming out of retirement to fight and make money and to try to make end meet? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. Is going to be end meet. The money is going to come and go quicker than what you could even blink, and that's facts. Okay. But I am excited. I am excited about this Saturday. I'm done talking about Anthony Smith right now. I wish the guy the best of luck, man. I wish the guy the best of luck, and it's crazy that when you look at the numbers and you really look at it and you look at the lowest paid NBA athlete is still getting paid more than 80% of any UFC athlete that's signed to a UFC contract. It's atrocious. It really is, and the reality is that that's not going to change for the foreseeable future. I don't see it changing. I actually think it's going to get worse. I'm just being honest. I think that's the reason why we're seeing a lot of this you know come and go type of fighter. I mean, look at Ilya Taporia. He came and went, got his belt, ended up moving up, got another belt, and now he hasn't even defended that belt. And now there's even talks that Ilya Taporia is not even going to fight Justin Gaethje. I don't know what's going to go on for the rest of the foreseeable future of 2026. But I'll tell you what, hopefully the White House card is not a pay-per-view, because that's another thing. I mean, you're going to take away pay-per-view and then mid-year you're going to throw in another pay-per-view. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Just make it free. Make it free for it could be televised across the world. That's how it needs to be handled. This coffee is actually getting cold, guys. Okay, which means my time is almost up, and that's facts. Let me go on UFC.com real fast. I do want to look ahead at the events coming up. Let me see something. Yeah, man, we're less than a week. Yeah, we got about a week and a half. Till Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira, man. I'm excited about that one. That's gonna be a banger, man. That's gonna be a banger. The rest of the year looks like it's gonna shape out really, really well. It really is. We got Brady and Buckley fighting in April. It's gonna be good. But we shall see. Okay. Christian says, because at the end of the day, Anthony Smith is already without a doubt a triple American dead body. He better reconsider his decision before he decides to get absolutely slept and knocked out. Do you really think so, guys? Christian, you really think Anthony Smith is gonna get knocked out? I mean, I understand it's a mixed martial arts fight, but this is a bare knuckle fight, basically. You know what I mean? This is a bare knuckle fight, and Anthony Smith, like I said, he's getting knocked out in a regular mixed martial arts fight. So what makes me think he could win a bare knuckle fight that's a mixed martial arts fight? You know, it just makes you think. It really does. It makes you think. But UFC Fight Night Mexico is ahead, guys. We got UFC 326 ahead of us. Who's on UFC 326 actually? Let me look at this card. Okay, we got Reina de Ritter coming back after that loss versus Caio Bahayo. All right, we got Wild Font versus the young Royal Rose Jr., whatever his name is. Drew Doper versus Michael Johnson, two older guys. That seems like a good fight there. We got Long versus Cody Garbrandt. I can't believe Cody Garbrandt is still fighting, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. I mean, this looks like a fun card. This looks like a decent card. We shall see. We shall see. I will be giving my UFC fight predictions definitely for this card as well. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit, you know what I mean, about the topic at hand, guys. You know what I mean? Fighter pay is atrocious. It's never gonna get fixed. Dana White, the UFC, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, they don't give a fuck about the fighters. That's the reality of it. Okay. They just want a good showing, and that's about it. Especially now that they got guaranteed billions of dollars due to Paramount. I mean, they got basically, a license to print money. Okay. But anyways, guys, you already know what this is, okay? This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you already know. You might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Christian says, because I can guarantee you Anthony Smith is going to end up like Tony Ferguson. Well, look, if he does end up like Tony Ferguson is on a 2-fight winning streak, a champion in a boxing organization. He's on the up and up, okay, Christian? But anyways, guys, I digress. One love. Until next time. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, for UFC Mexico. One love.